We're trying to capture a lot of the creative process of how, like, because we're working, we're trying to get somewhere. So this is just another Tuesday for us, you know, but we're trying to showcase that side of it too.
You've arrived. It's Creative Cuts, Episode 2.
Hey, this is Joey Siggs. How's it going? Yeah, we're here at the Closer mic. Come through. Studio South.
Featuring Thomas Wayne Lyons, our closer.
First timers? Like first timers too? No, that's not good. I felt like we had done this before. Good job, though. You're performing good stuff.
And I'm stuck creating a stage out of the internet, you know?
Half against some motherfucking children going on a field trip. How does it feel when a nigga wanna wipe and flush you for some real shit? Kinda like smoke you out in public, shit for you to witness. Cried so many tears in my eyes, they appeared to be pissing. All over the graves of my niggas like I hate the victims.
Presented by Steel Valley Standup. Special thanks to the Studio South Art Exchange.
Is a good friend of mine, Joey Siggs. He traversed all the way from PA. Give a round of applause for Joey.
Thank you. Yeah, he said it. I'm from PA. Are we in Poland or Canfield?
Boardman.
All right, I have no idea where the hell I'm at. I just plugged this into my smartphone and just followed all the directions. Actually, I don't think they should be called smartphones. You know, they're capable phones. You know, like a smartphone would have stopped me from sending all those dick pics. You know, a smartphone would have kept me off social media. You know, social media is weird now because, like, you know, there's like half-naked girls with daddy issues. There's guys trying to fuck them. I guess the only social media I have is Pornhub, so that might be the reason. I'd have to say the social media I hate the most is TikTok. You know, and again, I'm not on it. Like, my fiance's on it, and like she's on it constantly, and like she's finding projects to do, and she just has like this list in her head that's never ending. You know. Like she's bought paint the other day just because. Like, has anyone like bought paint just to, like, I'm talking about like room paint, not like artist paint like this. Like she's like, oh, you know, I might want to paint the room or a room. I'm like, you don't have like a reason, you just went and bought it? She goes, yeah. She repainted our dining room 4 times in the last 6 months. And like, I'm like, babe, you need to pick a color and stick with it, please. So my name is Joey Siggs, from Sharpsville, PA. I've been starting, I should say I started stand-up about a year ago. So, you know, got my feet wet, you know, kind of looking to get more involved now. So like, I've been doing a lot of stuff in like Niles, obviously like Boardman here, but looking forward to getting out to like Cleveland and Pittsburgh, you know, just trying to get a little more work in, you know?
How long have you been doing stand-up? Did you include that in there?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Tonight, do you have any specific takeaways from tonight? Or how your set went specifically tonight? Any new jokes you tried that you could explain some of your creative process of like doing your material and like how that helps? If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So like, kind of like my opening joke was a new one, with a smartphone, but more so being a capable phone, you know, because it hasn't stopped me from, you know, sending out dick pics. I feel like a smartphone would have known, you know, don't send out a picture of your genitalia at, you know, 2:30 in the morning, you know. So like, they're just capable. So like I got into like social media. That's kind of a newer set for me, a newer piece.
I have to say the social media I hate the most is TikTok, you know.
And then, you know, ultimately I got into, you know, like TikTok, and then, you know, with my fiance, like, you know, her, like, her enthusiasm to do house projects and just getting a ton of, like, ideas off TikTok. And, like, I think she needs to be done, to be honest. With my creative process, you know, I'd always say, like, I kind of look at the brighter side of things. Like I try to find like what's funny, like in life, you know, that's kind of how I like cope, you know? So like, you know, if there's kind of like a potentially bad situation, I kind of look at it like, oh, what's funny in this? And I try to kind of like pull the funny out. And, you know, and it might just be like a little piece, but like kind of, you know, just from that little piece, I've found that I can make, you know, a set from that to kind of, you know, kind of lead the audience and kind of the path I want them to, so I can kind of hit that funny part in like the not so great stuff of life, you know? Like I guess, like I was talking about like my fiance, you know, like her ideas that she gets from TikTok, like it kind of drives me nuts actually. But, you know, like in that, you know, I found, you know, like, oh, I can kind of pull this and pull that, you know, let her know that, or kind of lead the audience to be like, hey, you know, this is like not a problem, but it's an inconvenience, you know? Like, you know, I'll say like, you know, I don't have too many problems. They're just little slight inconveniences. And I kind of think of like funny things or funny aspects that like I feel like other people, you know, will get and, you know, understand. You know, I'm on Facebook as Joey Siggs. You know, I'm trying to get more active in that, you know, kind of posting daily. I will say I submitted to the Columbus Comedy Festival. So over the next couple months, I should be hearing back on that. So I think that'd be cool, coming up on a year that I've been doing stand-up. So, you know, not like, it's just kind of...
Very impressive year.
Yeah.
Very impressive year.
So just trying to, you know, continue to kind of grow and build off the momentum, let's say.
Yeah. This is just a song about depression. Can you guys relate at all? Can I get one hand, white people? Do one of these. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I remember the words. I heard some feelings in the hood, I got good attendance. Ready to go like a buried pistol, looking like a ticket. Celebratory at the funeral, looking at my physical image. Happier than some motherfucking children going on a field trip. How does it feel when a nigga wanna wipe and flush you for some real shit? Kinda like smoke you out in public, shit for you to witness. Cried so many tears in my eyes, they appeared to be pissing. All over the graves of my niggas like I hate the victims. Entertainment system like TV's placed in position. You travel my brain trajectory like a space expedition. Nigga, basically there ain't no limit to my contemplation potential. I'm strangulation and Satan in the face of a white supremacist. I'm hyped to finish backwards and look at the final page of the Bible like the beginning. Put my life in this rhyme to kill it. Recipes for Brian Tyler and Eric. We in line waiting for our purchase, hoping to give out somebody else's credit. Hoping God is watching my mirror, the Malcolm ministering versus American terrorists. You could never compare to this turbulence in the air like a pilot high with a heroin. Crashing into the building, looking like Nino Brown in this rap shit, or I was Arabic. Honor is worth your damn death, like a martyr from Black history. The people wouldn't be here if it was not for the blood of Jesus. Can I get a hand one time? Y'all don't gotta die, don't die on me. White people come back. All for the rhythm. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, repressing mind. Retracting mind. Repressing mind. Thank you. Thank you for the participation. Thank you.
My name is Tannis, but I claim Kinsman, which is the hood in Cleveland, but also I graduated from Shaker. I've been around a lot of places, man. My life is fucked up like that. Been a lot of places, King, but I learned to find value like in communities that are transcend just your immediate place where you live. Like for example, people that love music are fucking everywhere.
The actual fucking dance.
Yes, Sophia.
You are You were so funny good.
She making me nervous, man. Like, seriously, I don't get. I had all these anxiety thoughts.
I don't know what it is about you here, but something about this cat is the true story.
You know, bro,
Hey,
you
I
got
went
up
to
there,
jail
you
on the
seemed like
4th of July. I was in county jail. It was not fun.
Listen, I am so glad you came. You are ultra talented.
Man,
I am so glad to have you here.
I'm honored. Honored.
Like, if you listen to this shit on YouTube, honest to God, it's off the hook. It's off the hook.
Yeah, I put my lyrics on my YouTube. God bless Sophia. She invited me here. She's the queen. She made this shit happen. So let's clap it up for her. Man, my name is The Actual Tanis. Tanis. I went to Tri-C in Cleveland. I used to live on Kinsman. That was the first place I ever had as an adult. That's why I claim that area. People are like, you're not from Kinsman? Motherfucker, that's the first place I had an apartment as a grown person. So I jumped off the porch on Kinsman, homie, in Cleveland. So I went to Shaker. They taught me a lot. You know, I learned a lot of literacy skills and white polish from Shaker. And, I went to Tri-C. I always loved poetry. They taught me at Tri-C how to record my own music. And the rest was history. You know, I didn't even complete 6 months of the program. I didn't even complete my first semester at Tri-C. But they taught me enough that I'm here still fucking shit up. Tri-C, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Tri-C, because it's not all just glory and glitz. There are some asshole administrators. Thank you, Ken. You know what I'm saying? But yes, they did teach me enough that I'm recording music now. So fuck y'all, but thank you, fuck you. I'm a studio rat. Like, the shit they taught me at Tri-C and the shit I learned just developing on my own, just learning trial and error, YouTube University, right? I became a studio rat, just sitting in the fucking studio tweaking shit for hours. So that became my home, dog. And then I was able to use YouTube as a platform, different outlets, YouTube, SoundCloud. And I was impacting the world. People were talking shit about what I was doing from the house. I was like, shit, this is the stage.
Happier than some motherfucking children going on a field trip. How does it feel when a nigga wanna wipe and flush you for some real shit? Kinda like smoke you out in public, shit for you to witness. Cried so many tears in my eyes, they appeared to be pissing. All over the graves of my niggas like I hate the victims. Entertainment system like TV's placed in position. You travel my brain's trajectory like a space expedition. Nigga basically they know.
Yeah, like people that podcast and shit, they're not even going anywhere, but it's like DJ Academics, for example. It's not doing a fucking thing, but talking. So I just realized, when I get opportunities to perform though, I love to. Like, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Show love. Sophia is a queen. But yeah, like, it's very sporadic because I love just making material. And I'm stuck creating a stage out of the internet, you know? Oh yeah, you just type in The Actual Tanis. It's easy to find. Or you can also type in Elon Sucks. That's my backup page. No space between Elon Sucks.
You look right into it?
Yep. It's an expensive mistake. Engines are expensive. Dad was pissed off, which was a bummer because he was my ride home too. So I just had to sit in the car for the rest of the shift and think about what I did. And you know that punishment, it's long lasting. Because now I drive for Lyft. And that's all I do all day is sit in the car and think about what I've done.
My name is David Ruggiero. I've been doing stand-up comedy for a little over 2 years now. August 2022 I started. Was born in Cuyahoga Falls, raised in Kent, Ohio. Started in August of 2022. Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls is the home club. That's where I first started. Yeah, I've been in the finals of that competition 5 or 6 times. I swear every time in the competition. I get to the finals and then I bomb for some reason.
I do too.
Every time.
That's what I did last time.
Yeah, I've been in the finals and then I'm just like, fuck it. But I've hosted there. I've hosted my own mic. I kind of wanted to get back into that, and I probably will start something in the spring, another outdoor show. I like doing it outdoors. It's a fun vibe. But I've traveled across the country doing open mics and driving for Lyft and meeting new people and networking. I did that just to see if traveling and doing mics is something that I
What was that
do.
experience like though? Did you make it?
It was humbling.
Did you feel like you could continue to do it?
Yeah, I liked being on the road. You get a lot of new perspectives, meet a lot of new people, a lot of new tricks, and then when you go and you do, it's easier when you're going around different places to do the same bit. You know, they always want you to do a 5-minute bit. You want a clean, crisp 5, right? Tight 5. And sometimes when you're working on that, it can get a little redundant and it's not as funny as to you, so you don't get the same kind of, you don't show the same kind of enthusiasm as you did the first time you said it. But when you're going from different city to different city, it makes it a little easier because nobody else has heard it. And then you kind of can feed off of the audience each place you go. So yeah, I got a good feeling for the road. I liked it. It was definitely humbling to know that there are a lot of places that are worse than Northeast Ohio, and not a lot of places that are better. You know, a lot of them are just bigger or smaller versions of Akron. You know, basically is what it seems like. I've got to experience 18 different states.
What was your favorite city you guys do comedy in?
I'm gonna say Sioux Falls. I like Sioux Falls a lot. It reminded me of Kent.
Where's that?
It's in South Dakota.
Holy shit.
And I wasn't even planning on staying there or going there, but Minnesota wouldn't let me drive for Lyft, so I couldn't stay in Minneapolis because they have a comedy club inside the Mall of America. And I was a day late to their open mic and I couldn't stay there for a week. So I shot down to Sioux Falls and I stayed there for like 2 weeks, drove around. Sioux Falls is really cool. It's cool, really good comedy scene. But Alicia Rain helped me do a couple mics there. She hosts some mics. She's really funny. Very active in the scene. I've always been a writer. I've always written stuff. Or even just an artist, entertainer. I just like art. But yeah, I think mostly trauma, and then like I feel the need to kind of help other people with pitfalls. So most of my jokes are, you know, how I grew up, and then pitfalls from my life to try to cope. You know, it's a coping mechanism for the most part. So yeah, I feel like short answer, trauma, and then just fear of not doing what I wanted to do in time. As with most comedians, trauma has a big to do with it. But my dad passed, and he was only 17 years older than me, so I figured maybe I only have that much time. Better, you know, try to live in the now, you know. That's what we're doing right now, right? We're living in the now. Fuck the repercussions. I mostly post to Facebook when I'm doing things. Instagram seems to be most popular right now. I'm not real big on Instagram. Snapchat, I post daily, multiple times a day. It's all Rugged Row. RUGGIDRO. It's a play on my name. I just changed the E to a D. Because if I don't, then I'm a druggie if you put the D in front, you know, so.
Talking time doesn't count for musicians. I know what you're saying. I'm too big for the camera. Hey, I'm Jeff. Known as Jeff Def back in the day. Currently, I'm Vice President of Random Acts of Artists out of Sharon. Also, come here to play music tonight. Going back to the 80s and the punk rock scene with Up for Adoption. It's a lot of fun, a lot of people. I'm still hanging out in Camel with who's left. It's a fun time, come out. I don't know, what else I always had creative things in me going into early days, especially in high school. I used to get yelled at for drawing instead of listening to teachers, and we were very big into music, me and my friends, back when the music was real music. And there were bands with drummers and energy and things like that. And I lived out west, out near Los Angeles and Texas for a while, and caught the music out then when the punk was starting and the alternative, and brought it back here in the early 80s and went on from there. Had a great time. Unfortunately, my bass player, who was also a high school friend, Bummer, passed away about 4 years ago, shortly after we did our last reunion show. But it's time to get back out there. It's time to play some music. My art's in galleries, could always see that. Big into anime, do a lot of anime artwork, so that's about it. It's the first time I played out in 4 years tonight. First time since I had wrist surgery that didn't work 2 years ago. So made it through, dropped the pick, but made it through.
Yes, awesome.
Actually, we're doing some old tapes, some old cassette tapes from back in the day, and getting those digitalized of the band, and hopefully working on some new stuff shortly once that gets taken care of, and then I'll find an outlet for it. If you want to look Jeff Vargo up on Facebook or Instagram, that's me. Cool. That's where I'm at. I'll be in like cosplay or something. So
I'm going to take you guys back to the early 2000s. This was a lawless time whenever it came to porn. You jacked off to whatever you could get a hold of. One day, I discovered that my father had a porno stashed away. And it was with the wrestler China on the cover, okay? So I fucked up and I told my older stepbrother about it. So anytime we were left home alone, we would both fucking run for the magazine. I was always this size.
I am Big Mike Lyons. This is the first time I did stand-up comedy. I'm being told it went okay.
Anyway, so that's not where my porn story begins. I'm going to take you guys back to the early 2000s.
Are you Thomas's brother?
I am Thomas's brother. Yeah, Tom, he's a lot more famous than me. I actually, I've been on national TV eating a burrito that I pretended, this is how good of a fucking actor I am, that I didn't design and create the burrito. I had to pretend like I just randomly was handed a burrito I never fucking invented. And then I have this nice funny moment with the host of Carnival Eats. Steaks on a Plantain is the name of the episode. And all he takes is me just fucking eating a massive fucking burrito. And it's like, oh yeah, fat guy, make him take a big bite of a burrito. And that's all he fucking took was is me fucking double fisting a burrito down my throat. It made me feel like quite a fatso, but what are you gonna do? I'm also musically talented, as they alluded to. I am the brother of Thomas Lyons. Thomas Wayne Lyons, he likes to throw in his fucking middle name for Flash, but he's still a fucking long-haired hippie. No, I'm just kidding. I love my brother. It was my first time tonight. I had a nice joke that you fucking missed. Did pretty well about me, being into cuck porn and going to Pornhub, and my favorite porn type of cuck porn is, African dudes banging rich white dudes' girlfriends and their wives, and they'd be like, oh, I gotta keep her happy. And, so I went to the Pornhub and did my normal search, and it was like African cucks rich white guy, and the video of fucking Elon Musk and Donald Trump in the Oval Office came up. Still not the weirdest thing I came to this week, but, I might start doing some sketch comedy. There's a couple things I've talked about with Tom and some other people. Yeah.
I'm Kat Jackson. I am local to Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm from here. I am an artist of many mediums with resin, and I upcycle and recycle a lot of products, with bottle cap coasters being a main thing. And I do flower preservation work too. I've been a photographer for 10 years, so getting into a different style of what goes into an event and saving those precious moments. Through especially my breast cancer journey got me into that, is preserving those special memories or capturing something in time and having that forever. It was something really important to me. So the flower work is really near and dear, and it keeps me grounded being outside more too. So I've been finding a lot of art in nature with my work, with pressing, framing, putting it in resin and seeing what happens. Just messing around, I don't know, captivities. My art's mostly on my Facebook. I am Kat Caitlin Jackson. Katlyn, so Kat evolved from Catlin all the time. So Kat Jackson, mostly on my Facebook. There's a picture of me and Miss Goldie here. He's just enjoying all the pets from everyone here tonight. Greeting everyone at the door. My Instagram, I post to, I link that together. That's where you're gonna find most of my stories of my progression work. I'm documenting my journey too, so I'm also journaling and working on that a lot. So going through art therapy currently and seeing what's coming out of that has been really fun to share with everyone. So I'll be actively sharing that moving forward in a different medium and mental health component. So it's really fun to see how it kind of changes gears.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can do the lyrics. This is my version of Americana, you know, stories about American life. Miss Grayson's son has died of hepatitis. 6 weeks ago her brother died of scurvy, and I cannot know for certain what had happened to their cousin in the woods. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess you have to find a song with your answers. Then you were driving down the road and you rode over a bunch of glass, and you lost all the air in your tires, and it made you late for class. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess you have to find a song with your answers. Then you were walking down the road and someone pulled out a big old knife, and then they held it to your throat, and you pissed yourself a bit and cried. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess you just have to be traumatized. Then Billy Stecker's dad was in trouble, cause he held a little girl hostage in the crawl space of the attic that was above his mother's room. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess you have to find a song with your answer. You saw police shoot your uncle over.
It's all the way up till I walk around. Yeah, stay strapped in the streets. Come unplugged sometimes, it's all good. I was feeling good for a couple days, so I was like, maybe I'm gonna try some sex. Fuck around and blew my own back out. I had to fucking put it back on. Thanks, buddy. My brother asked me, you take that off when you do that? I'm like, fuck no. It's fun for everybody.